It's Week 13 of the 2024 season, and the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He was terrific a week ago.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lambeau. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 17 carries, 67 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for Forrest. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On first down, Carr. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. Now Williams running left. And he's got some space here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
One of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. again, it's Chubb. He'll take this to the 46. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Three yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Parker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Parker throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Carr now on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard into the 43.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And it comes a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether your quarterback wants to grab on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to run now. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run. Looking to throw. Parker. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're on a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Jet sweep, Carr bats it forward. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he fields it cleanly. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of them.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Off the play fake. Parker. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Packers at 7-4 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Rolling to his left. Checks that one down complete to Moss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll run again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Chubb hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way. You
gotta protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn, anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down late at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Agnew now to return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They go up the middle, and he loses the football a 2nd time. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Carr now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the draw, it's Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about getting some of their backups a little bit of work done. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And down to the 36-yard line here. 79 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, here's Chubb again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run it again with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Parker to throw on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Off play action. Parker. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on third down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4th down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Parker. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 101 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
To throw is Parker. Off play action. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nick Chubb. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joe showcasing the pass rush. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr under pressure, and they get it to him again. They wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. On the return, here's Agnew. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Chubb running right. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Chubb on the counter. The stop there by Jay Tufele.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Parker. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Dallas got it. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. He's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Great blocking on the return. It springs him. Football here. 1st down and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here's Chandler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They run it with Chandler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now Chandler. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10, Carr on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they take a knee.
Come on. Hey.
And they'll indeed take a knee. In prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
But, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to